Hey, what's up? Mattis Artson here for Hivemind Digital, and welcome to the very first episode of the Hivemind Podcast. Today, we're going to take a quick look at how the 50 Years logo animation was constructed. Now, I have to say, the main inspiration for the design actually came from car showrooms, and if you take a look at these reference photos, you'll see that many of the elements found in the video actually came from these ideas, such as the platform right here, these metal objects called trusses, in which in the real world holds the lights, and the design for the spotlights actually came from these photos, but I imagine that its real world counterpart is actually a lot smaller. But hey, it looks like a really solid design, so I chose this one. And this one is just something that's, very interesting. Now the initial idea is actually a lot more ambitious. Instead of having a black background, the first render actually had a dome surrounding the entire scene, as you can see here. But unfortunately, this single frame took about 3 hours to render, which is very, very excessive even for me. Moving on, we will focus on this particular shot right here, which is a close-up of the school logo. Everything started out, of course, with the modeling process, which takes on the image of what a three-dimensional school logo would look like without the skin just yet. Then I moved on to the camera movement, which by now you have seen already. In relation to that, I did create a sample a few weeks earlier before this one was actually started, which shows the types of camera movement that I would use for the final product. You'll find the link to that video in the description below. After the camera move was set up, I placed the skin on the 3D logo, and you'll see that this shot is lit up by default lights. So I replaced them with some custom lights that I positioned over the spotlight models, which made the scene accurate. After all that, I rendered the scene, and if we take a look at what we have, it is indeed very 3D, but not very exciting at all. And this is where After Effects comes into play, which is the icing on a cake or the ice cream scoop on your hamburger. Not that I have tried that before. After Effects allowed me to put some awesome shallow depth of field like so, and also allowed me to add in some glow to give the scene a soft look, which really sets the mood of the shot. And finally, lens flares, which was used very discreetly because these things are so powerful that they have a tendency to become very distracting if used excessively. Finally, after all that is set up, we have this. Okay, and that's it for this episode of the Hivemind Podcast. And if you have a question or you want to check out our other videos, you can find us at hivemind.webs.com without the vowels, or email us at hivemindmail without the vowels at gmail.com. Again, this is Mattis Artson. Stay safe.